Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. Welcome to the Goop podcast. Today is our last podcast of the year. We're doing a special holiday AMA, so thank you for your questions. I have not yet seen what they are, so I'm going to be surprised, and let's get to it.
What stresses you out most during the holidays and how do you manage it?
What stresses me out most during the holidays is kind of the volume of things that have to get accomplished before the end of the year. So, organizing food and going to the market and gifts and, trying to deliver on the quarter at Goop. And this year I have a movie coming out on top of it all. So I think it's just like the sheer volume of things that I have to do. And what I do to sort of manage it, I do try to, make sure I'm organized with my lists and who's coming when and what are we going to eat, and then make sure that I build in a lot of sleep and downtime over the holidays.
How do you create space to slow down and avoid holiday burnout?
I usually am crawling to the finish line by the holidays, and this year is no different. How am I going to manage burnout? I'm already burnt out. I'm so freaking burnt out right now. I can't barely see straight. I think just really early bedtimes, no alcohol until I clock off. That's my plan.
Best tip for actually enjoying the season instead of rushing through it.
I love the holidays. I love it when everybody's together, and I try to really savor the moments and like build in time to take long walks or to cook things together. Like, I just really appreciate that time being at home with nothing to do and no meetings to take, and really just letting time slow down.
Advice for handling holiday gatherings when family dynamics may be complicated.
I think all families have dynamics that are complicated at one point or another. The holidays can obviously exacerbate that. I think also because there's this sort of pressure to really feel happy, and sometimes relationships, existing stuff and stuff in the past, make things feel fraught for certain people. I just try to avoid my old triggers as much as possible. If something happens that makes me feel frustrated or annoyed, I literally just will talk to myself through it and just be like, Gwyneth, just breathe. It's not a big deal. Like, don't be triggered. That's sort of my best trick. And then I always remember try to, to see the whole person. Like, sometimes we get stuck seeing people in these dynamics because we've been in them with the person for so long. But if you can see somebody who's, tough, like as how they were as a kid, and sort of feel them as a whole person and cultivate empathy, that also helps too.
How do you stay present with family and friends while also running the show?
It's hard to stay totally present with family and friends when you're running the show, but I think prep work is great for that, like before people arrive, to get a lot of stuff done. And then, look, it's hard to host and be totally chill and present. Like, I have not mastered how to do that yet, but I do, like, especially once we sit down for the meal, then like I try to really sink into my chair and really enjoy the company and the food.
What does the holiday season look like now that your kids are older, and are there traditions that you've kept since they were children?
Even though my kids are older, we still do the same thing every year. We're always together. We do Christmas and Hanukkah. We have a really fun Christmas morning. We usually take a long time to open presents and then have a long walk on the beach. And, eat and stay in pajamas. We also do kind of Boxing Day, which is a holdover from our days in the UK, where we just, have another day of like glorious gluttony and total relaxation and board games and stuff like that.
What's a wellness routine that you keep despite the chaos of the season?
I really like my routine of exercise and sauna. It keeps me very grounded. I feel like when I'm doing my workout, it's a way to, move any frustrations through the body and out. I really like the practice of sitting in the sauna and just taking some time and chilling out. So those are the two things that I make sure that I do. Even if it's just like a long walk, it's really important for me to move.
What are some small ways to contribute as a 20-year-old daughter going back home for the holidays since moving out?
That's a very sweet question. Making something is really nice, like making a little side dish is nice, or, bringing a baked goods, something like that, feels like you're adding to the bounty. I think just anything that's simple and kind of the more homemade, the better. The other thing that would be fun to do is maybe to bring like one of those great decks of cards that ask questions and everybody can go around taking turns and asking questions. I think they have a great family edition, and I think it's like $20, and it really makes like the family sitting around a fun experience.
What traditions do you enjoy most from your Jewish and Christian heritage?
I'm so lucky to have Jewish and Christian heritage. I love Hanukkah. I love the symbolism. I love the spirituality of it. And then, of course, my kids love the 8 nights of presents. Who wouldn't? But I really enjoy lighting the candles. We always do a big group hug and light the candles, and it's a really special moment. And I love Christmas. My husband is a little bit of a Grinch, so he's the opposite. But I love the decorations. I love the Frank Sinatra Christmas album. I really get into the holiday spirit. I love decorating. And we have a traditional menu that we do every year. I always make Martha Stewart's recipe for perfect roast turkey. And we have our stuffing recipe and our sweet potatoes and all the things. So we never really deviate that much. One year we added fried chicken to the mix, which I thought was weird, but Brad really was into the idea. But this year I think we're going traditional.
Do you put up a tree?
Yes. Oh my God.
A couple people asked when's too early to put up a tree.
When's too early to put up a tree? I mean, I know people that do it after Thanksgiving. Like, I think that's pretty acceptable. I think before Thanksgiving, then you're dealing with a dead tree. I usually do it like the first week in December, I would say. My grandmother used to keep the Christmas tree up until Easter. So talk about a dead tree. But by New Year's, I think that first week in January. Yeah, exactly.
How do you navigate the holidays with your kids post-divorce?
If the inclination is to do it together as a family and whatever permutation that family is currently in, I think it's a really nice thing to do, but also not at the expense of one's feeling of, comfort and boundaries. And, I was talking about this with a friend who was saying that she really wants to have the holidays with her ex-husband for the kids, but if she's really honest with herself, she's not that comfortable. We were sort of talking through this the other day, like, what is the right thing to do there? And I just think it's very individual, and you have to really think about, is it going to cost you a sense of integrity to do it? Or are you okay, being a little uncomfortable and sort of pushing yourself into a new area and focusing on kind of love and forgiveness and togetherness? I remember back in the day thinking, I'm just going to remember all the best qualities about my ex, like, when we first got divorced. And that was really helpful to not focus on the reasons why you're not together, but the reasons why, like, you love the person and why you loved them. But I do think it's also important to stay in integrity. So it's, I think close your eyes and ask yourself the real question.
Do you have any traditions that you've picked up from Brad that he brought to the relationship that you love?
Are you kidding? Brad is the worst. Brad is like, he hates Christmas music. He hates Christmas decorations. He hates roast turkey. Like, he hates the traditional dinner.
Anything he looks forward to?
No, he looks forward to it being over. I feel very alone in my house in my love for Christmas, although all the kids love it, so they're on my side.
Do you have any vegan or gluten-free friendly holiday dishes that you love?
Yeah, absolutely. What I love about the holidays is how adaptable all the food is and how you can make all the sides vegan. So you can make like a delicious baked sweet potato with maple syrup and pecans, and with a little coconut oil. You can make all kinds of greens with crispy garlic, for example. You can make, a cornbread stuffing that's gluten-free with lots of onions and celery sauteed in olive oil with lots of herbs and seasoning, and make like a delicious stuffing. So you don't have to put eggs or milk in stuffing. It's great to sort of lean into the vegetables. A nice, beautiful rice dish, especially if it has like some clove and some raisins, like some holiday spice in it. Lately, I've been asking various AI platforms for help with that kind of thing. And it's incredible the recipes that you get. So you could put in what I just said, but ask them for a exact recipe and you'll get something great.
What's your favorite thing to cook during the holidays?
Stuffing is my favorite food. Like I love stuffing. I'm very specific about it. Like it can't be sourdough bread. It has to be like stale white bread with tons of onions and celery. I do it with butter, and I do it with poultry seasoning and lots of herbs. And I love it leftover. For the next day, I like to do this thing where I take leftover stuffing, mix it with a beaten egg, and then put it in a waffle iron. Oh my God, it's so good. And you get all the crispy edges, and then put a poached egg on top. So good. I don't use a recipe for my stuffing anymore, really. I have it on the Goop website, the one that I use, yeah.
What's your least favorite thing about holiday hosting?
I mean, I guess it just can be stressful that, you want the food to turn out right, and it's like a lot of dishes cooking at the same time, and I think that's the most stressful, like timing everything out.
What is your family's favorite thing that you cook this time of year?
Probably latkes. I make really good latkes there's the applesauce, and then there's creme fraiche with a little caviar. I love a latke.
You're going to do a holiday-themed boyfriend breakfast?
I should.
Those waffles.
Should I do that?
You should.
Okay.
Advice on what to wear for a holiday work party. It's cocktail attire.
Well, funny you should ask. We just kind of released a Gwyn collection for this exact thing. We have a couple of really nice black dresses, one that just launched and one that's coming the first week of December with our holiday capsule. The one that's coming in December is really nice because it has a higher neck and a bow in the back. It's feminine. It's really pretty.
Favorite traditions around the holidays in New York City?
Well, when my kids were little, we always used to go to the Nutcracker in New York City, which was so much fun. Thank God they're over the stage of wanting to go to Rockefeller Center and see the tree, because that is the worst. Like the traffic is so intense, and the people, the volume of people on the sidewalk. But we like to go to the theater. We're usually in New York City before Thanksgiving, and we usually go and see a play.
Your ideal Christmas morning?
My ideal Christmas morning would be to sleep in. Sleeping in for me would be like 7:30. That would be really nice. And then just, coffee and presents and food and just very chill.
Do you have a holiday memory that comes to mind, like a favorite?
Well, last year we went to Italy for Christmas, and it was really special to be over there. And, these Catholic countries do Christmas so beautifully, with candlelit processions and beautiful music, and that was really special.
Vegetable side dish that isn't boring?
I always love really crispy Brussels sprouts. If you're feeling really adventurous, you could deep fry them and then toss them with some sriracha and a little bit of fish sauce for something really zingy and unexpected.
Eggnog, yes or no?
I love eggnog, especially spiked eggnog with brandy in it. I love it.
Go-to olive oil?
It doesn't have to be a special brand or anything, but I think just high quality olive oil that is olive oil and not a blend of oils is really important. I like Grazia, that's nice. I also like Costarina, that's a really good one. There's a ton of great artisanal olive oils out there.
Leftovers, yes, no, maybe?
I love leftovers. I love a turkey sandwich. I love a hot turkey sandwich the next day on good bread with cranberry and with stuffing and gravy on it. Oh my gosh.
Canned or homemade cranberry sauce?
I like canned cranberry sauce. I know it's not Goop approved, but I love the ocean spray jelly cranberry. I grew up on it and I'm never not eating that. I also do like the whole cranberry sort of sauce that when you do it with like orange and clove and stuff like that. That's good, but nothing replaces that glob of ocean spray deliciousness.
Most memorable gift you've ever received?
I don't know. My husband always gives me really thoughtful gifts for Christmas. I can't think of the best gift I've ever received, but just something that makes you feel understood, you know? Like I got a great meat thermometer one year. I was very happy with it.
What are you reading right now?
Well, I just read Scott Galloway's book, which was really interesting about manhood in America. But I'm reading a novel too that's excellent. And for some reason, I'm having a real menopause moment where I can't remember the name of it.
Home or away for the holidays?
Home. I love being home for the holidays. I don't want to get on a plane and like schlep and be in a weird bed. I just want to be home.
Do you prefer to get dressed up or stay in pajamas on Christmas Day?
I would say pajamas till the afternoon and then a nice walk and then dinner in real clothes. Apple really likes when we dress for the holidays too, so it's a tradition.
Would you rather host or be a guest?
I would rather host. I mean, being a guest is lovely too, but I guess I'm just so used to hosting and I think I would feel like a fish out of water.
What's your hosting philosophy? Simple or all out?
I think it's somewhere in the middle. Like I love things to look beautiful and I love a lovely place setting and decorations, but I also like it to feel homey and home style and sort of like, family style service or like a buffet, something comfortable.
One hosting rule that you swear by?
In bed by 9.
Always.
Always.
Do people know it by this point? Like, do they start to see themselves out? Or
Oh
do
my
you have
gosh.
To be like, no, it's time to
No,
leave?
sometimes people are like, wait, it's 8:55. Finish the story quickly because she's going to kick us out.
Favorite holiday cocktail?
Spiked eggnog with brandy. I like mulled wine too. It's very
Cozy.
Yeah.
Top gift for your gal pals?
I like to do personalized things. I always love to send a Gwyn sweater because my friends love them. Also, we did this really awesome Metier travel bag this year, which is so beautiful. It actually, if you want it to, it can come with all the products already inside, which is so cool. But it's this beautiful yellow leather, and they made an extra long handle for me. So this is really nice too.
Advice for a gift for a friend that has great taste?
So we have this kind of secret page on goop.com called The Find, which if you put it in search, it'll come up. And it's a really special curation of unusual things, hard to find things. That's where I always send my friends who say, I have somebody to shop for that's really difficult.
Best gift for coworkers?
I like to sort of think about the person as opposed to sort of like a blanket gift. So I don't know. I try to think of something that I know that the person will actually like. It could be one time I did like a personalized mug. One time I did like somebody on my team really loved my boots, so I got them boots. Just things like that. I try to pay attention during the year to what people are saying they want. And then I like to order those really early whenever I think about them.
Gift idea for a male fiance?
I always like to start with what are they fans of, right? Like, does he love a sports team? Is he, like one year I got Brad this great thing they were doing that he's obsessed with the movie Jaws. And then I saw it was Jaws' 50th anniversary and they issued like the watch that the captain wore or whatever. So I got him that, so things that are like meaningful to the guy, like I could get Brad any like Boston sports team, like collectible thing or any Bruce Springsteen thing. I think those kinds of things are nice, like just so that they feel like seen as well.
Ricky hates gifts, so I have to go experiences. So I'll be like
Really?
a round of golf somewhere that you haven't been. Like he hates gifts. It's very
He doesn't
hard.
like to open gifts?
No, and I love giving gifts, so it makes it very challenging.
What about something like, like a subscription to something that is sort of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like a whiskey thing, or then you could make, or a socky thing, like you could make a meal, it would arrive, so it would be a gift, but it would also be like you could build an experience around it.
Great. Okay, I'm writing that one down.
All right, well.
Gift ideas for college-age kids.
I mean, college-age kids really want money, right? I mean, that's kind of what they want. I try to get my kids something that they've mentioned over the course of the year. I'm trying to find my son like one of those Adidas Oasis merch things. It's really hard to find, but I know he wants it, so I'm trying to scour the internet.
Anyone listening?
Yeah, if anyone here works at Adidas, please could you help me buy an Oasis Adidas jacket for my son? Thank you.
Favorite health gadget?
I love to give the Aura Ring. I think it's great. A lot of people love it, and a lot of people in my life are starting to get more and more health conscious and focused on their sleep and their steps and stuff like that. I think it's a really great gift.
Gift for a new daughter-in-law who is hosting us this year.
That's nice. I think it's nice to bring her something to lighten the load, obviously, like bringing great pies and stuff like that. I also think, anything that makes hostessing feel a little more special, like monogrammed napkins, for example, and anything that, will make her feel kind of proud when she sets the table.
Do you have a go-to gift when you have no idea what to get someone?
Yeah, I do. I go for monogram. Like, what is such a great inexpensive gift? The LL Bean Boat Totes with a word or the person's name or an initial. I think those are so great. Or a personalized ornament. Like, personalized things are so fun because you don't have to spend a ton of money, but it's like there's no doubt that you thought about the person weeks before the holidays and then got them something. So I think you can't go wrong with something that's personalized or monogrammed.
Is there a gift you keep on hand for last-minute giving?
I love the tomato candle from Flamingo Estate. Anything from Flamingo Estate is always a great gift. I mean, I think goop gifts are really awesome, but then sometimes I feel like, are people going to think that I'm getting this because I have a company discount?
You just have a closet full of goop items for last minute?
Which I do, and I would want, but sometimes I'm like, well, maybe I won't this time.
I'm sure they're still excited. Do you have a gift that you're excited to give this year?
Well, I really want to get my son a decent Oasis. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say what it is because I'm going to ruin it, but there's a couple of things I'm really excited to give.
So have you already started your shopping?
Oh, yeah. Are you crazy? Who are you dealing with?
Is there anything on your wish list this year?
I'm really into that French jewelry designer Marie Lichtenberg. It's expensive, but I would not be unhappy to get something. I would also like something experiential too, I think Ricky's right about that. Like, it's nice to get something that then you're gonna go do and look forward to. So I think maybe something like that would be really nice.
Do you have a favorite pie?
To make or to buy?
Either. Do you make pie
I'm
from
a
scratch?
bad baker. Like, my crust is so fucked up. It always falls apart or it's like dry. I'm just not, it's like there are cooks and there are bakers and I'm a cook. Every time I try to make a pie, the crust is like cardboard. I don't know what I do wrong. Maybe I over roll it or who knows, but I like to buy pies.
Favorite pie to eat?
Well, during the holidays, I love pumpkin pie, pumpkin and pecan.
Do you have a favorite spot you get it from?
Well, Carissa's Bakery out on Long Island, if we're out there, or I guess the Apple Pan makes great pies.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what somebody was telling me.
what is something you've learned about yourself this year?
This year, I've learned that I am prone to anxiety, which I never had until this year, which has not been that fun of a lesson to learn.
Does it feel heightened now going into the holidays?
It feels, it sort of depends on the day, but it feels like last night it felt very heightened. And then sometimes, like, it's inexplicable. And then sometimes I feel totally in my body and zen. So just another way that hormones are ruining my life.
Are there any tricks that you've come across that can help?
Benzos. No, I'm kidding. I try to meditate in bed. That does help me. Or do like body scans. Yeah.
Do you use like an app that runs you through a meditation, or do you do it on your own?
I usually do it on my own, although sometimes I will if it's really bad and I can't get out of my own head. There's some really good apps out there.
Kind of speaking to that, what's a ritual that's been grounding you lately?
I love to walk and I love to take a bath. It's very simple, but I just feel so grounded I really have not been skipping my bath at all lately at night because I feel like the water takes off the energy of the day, and I feel like, you can feel your heartbeat in a hot bath, and it's like all the dilation, and I don't know, there's something about it that really grounds me.
What's one thing you're letting go of as we head into 2026?
I would like to try to let go of this anxiety. I would try to let go of whatever is like making my nervous system so on the fritz. But it's like I think at this point in my life, I've let go of so many of the things, like the people, places, and things that I wanted to let go of, and like I feel pretty good about the choices that I've made and the company I keep.
Is there something you're prioritizing for your health or happiness in the new year?
I'm not like a big resolutions person, or like, I kind of believe that as opposed to trying to be something or do something or not do something, I think maybe it's just more grace in this coming year.
What's something you're grateful for that surprised you this year?
I guess I'm grateful that the film community seems to be happy that I did a film, and it's very sweet, and I'm very surprised by it, and I don't know, it's been lovely.
What intention are you carrying with you into 2026?
I guess just to continue to work smarter and not harder. Let's see how far I get with that one. It's not always easy to give yourself permission to slow down this time of year, but I am going to try to practice what I preach. So we're going to take a little break on the pod till the new year. Thank you so much for tuning into the Goop podcast. Thank you for being a listener. I really appreciate this time that we have together, and I appreciate your support, and a very, very happy holidays.